very good morning to one and all. This is Dr. Anil Kumar Saur here. I am going to be discuss very important concepts related to machine learning. Already we have learned about the genetic algorithms. What is genetic algorithms? So genetic algorithm is basically the biological evolution algorithms. So here we will see the example of genetic algorithms. So for that, we know that in genetic algorithms we require 4 basic operations. First one is selections, second one is crossover, third one is mutations, and fourth one is encoding. So here we will apply the same concepts. Let us take one particular functions. For that we are going to apply the genetic algorithms. See, we are having one functions. The name of function is fx is equal to x square. So here we have to maximize the functions with x in the interval of 0 to 31, right? So first, what is the first operations we have to perform? First and most important thing is that we have to generate the initial populations randomly. So here we are selecting 4 populations. N is equal to 4. So here we are taking the binary value, which is x is equal to 30 in the decimal terms. What is the binary conversion of decimal number 30? That is 01101. Similarly, what is the binary conversion of decimal number 24? 11000. And similarly, what is the binary conversion of decimal number 8? That is 01000. And what is the binary conversion of decimal number 19? 10011. So you can use any numbers. So I am selecting the number from 0 to 31. So here we will take the range from 0 to 31. So we have selected from 0 to 31, total 32 populations are there. But I am only selecting 4 populations: 13, 24, 8 and 19. So after the selections, as I told you, first one is selecting the initial populations. So here we have selected 4 populations. After that, we have calculated the fitness. If you go by previous class, you can see that there is second step, calculation of fitness. So calculation of the fitness for the function of fx is equal to x square. So here x is equal to how much? X is equal to 13. So what is fx? Fx is equal to x square. So square root of x is equal to 13. So square root is equal to 169. 24 square root 576. 8 square root you will take square that is 64. If it is 19, if you take this square, it becomes 361. So second step is clear now. Now come to we have to select the 2 parents. Select any 2 parents. You can for performing the genetic algorithm, at minimum we have to take 2 parents so that we can compare what kind of genes are available. So we are selecting any 2 parents based on the fitness. So what is the selection criteria? For selection criteria, PI is called fitness of the parents. This PI is the fitness of the parent. FI is the fitness with respect to I is the one of the string, and summation of j is equal to 1 to n, where j means remaining string. Suppose I is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 is there. Suppose we have selected I is equal to 1, then j is equal to 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 till 32. Similarly, so here fi, this is the selection criteria. Select any 2 parent based on the fitness, which is pi is equal to fi, and it is summation of j is equal to 1 to n fj. See, here we can take the data sets. We can apply first from this module. First criteria is selections. So here we are going for selections. How we can go? Here we are having serial number, initial populations, x value, the function given here. Then this is your fitness. I am taking the example of calculation of pi. Pi you can calculate. Pi is equal to, here you can see that if you write down all the value of four combinations for second, third, fourth, it is a decimal number, binary equivalent number 30, 24, 8, 90. If you take the square root and if you add all these four terms, then total value you will get, that is 1170. If you want the pi fitness value of pi, this is the fitness of parent. How do you calculate? For this row you will calculate 169 divided by 1170. So it gives the pi is equal to 0.14. Similarly, it is 576 divided by 1170, it will give 0.49. If you take 64 divided by 1170, you will get 0.06. If you take around value like 361 divided by 1170, you will get 0.31. So again, if you take the summations, you will get the value of 1. Now, what is the expected count value here? How do you calculate the expected count value? So you can calculate the expected count value. How do you calculate the expected count value here? You know that in terms of this, you can calculate n into pi. N into pi is the expected count value. What is the value of pi? 0.4. What is the value of n? N is equal to 4. So 4 into pi, it will give 0.56. 4 into n into pi is the expected value of count. So here n is the, always we have taken 4 population. 4 into pi value. 4 into this. 4 into 0.14 is equal to 0.56. 4 into 0.49 is equal to 1.97. 4 into 0.06 is equal to 0.22. So like that, here you can calculate the value of expected value of count. Now you can see that after the selections, there is you have to apply the concept of crossover. Crossover. What is the concept of crossovers? Here you can take the crossovers again. You have to write down all these values. Similarly, here you have to write down 1. Here you can take all these values 1, 0, 0, 0. Here we are going to apply the crossover concept. What is the concept of crossover? You can apply 1 point crossover. You can apply second 2 point crossover. You can apply n point of crossover. Crossover means here we can understand the crossover. Let us take one example. If you take two samples, one sample is 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. And another sample is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. So if you want, here we will take 4 point crossover. So if we will take 4 point crossover, means at this point, at these junctures, what we have to do? We have to swap. You have to do the swapping. This will come on top, this will come on down. So what will be the new point from the crossover? 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Similarly 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. See here 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. 1, 0, 0, this 3, and this is 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, and this become 1. Right. Similarly 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, then 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. So like this we are doing the swapping. It is called crossover. So similarly these concepts we are going to be applying to this particular set of problems, right? So here we will take all these values 0, 0, 1, 0. All these values we have to note it down, and here till now it is same, but here we have to means 1 2 1 2 means here we are doing 2-point crossword. So now after applying your cross points or crossovers, we can see that there will be how the constant can be applied over here 0 0 0 and it is going to be 0. This 0 is going to be shift here and this 1 is going to be shift here. So now after applying the crossover it becomes 0 0, so 0 1 1 0 till it is same and this 0 come on here and come up here and this 1 is going goes to here. So this become what? This become 0 0 0 1 1 0 0. This become 1 1 0 0 1. Means simply we are doing the swapping here we are doing. We are adding 0 1 1 0 and 0 and 1 1 0 0 and 1. Or simply we can say that we are doing the swapping here. So after swapping you are getting these terms and here you can say that you will get this term 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1. Now here we will do the swapping and crossover. So for doing the crossover what we can do, we will write these terms into here and we can write this term to here. So this become 1 1 0, sorry, this become 1 1 and 1 1 1 1 and this 0 1 1 0 1 1 and here it is 1 0 1 0 and this becomes 0 0. So this becomes 0 0. So if you apply the crossover you will get x is equal to new values. We want the binary equivalent of this decimal equivalent of this binary number, it becomes 12. Binary equivalent of decimal equivalent of this number 25, it is 27, it is 16. If you take the square root fx is equal to x square, finally the function is given fx is equal to x square. So if you find 12 become 12 square 144, 25 square 625, 27 square 729, 16 square 256. So once you adding, if you perform the once again you perform an addition and summation, you can see that here the solution is what 1756. At the beginning it was 1170, but once we applied the crossover, we are getting maximum solutions, we are getting optimal solutions because this particular functions is giving large number compared to here. 1170 is here, but here it is giving 1750. So somewhat optimized solutions we have achieved after the crossover. But again there is possibility if you apply the mutations. So we want that we should get more value after applying the mutations. So mutations means applied to each child after each crossover. Means whenever we are getting the crossover, we have to apply the mutations. So in the mutation sections, what we have done in the mutations, simply here you can see that in the mutations you can draw this table again and see here we are having this value, we are having this value. This is here we require after the crossover value. You should not write this. At the mutations, the input will be after the crossover. After the crossover, what is the value? These are the values. These are the value. These are the value. We have put it down, and we have to apply the mutations. How do we apply the mutations? We can apply the mutations while randomly changing any one single digit. If you change randomly any single digit, you can, it is called mutation. Let us see here how I have applied mutations. So here this is my after the crossover data. So this 0 I will replace by 1. I can replace this 0 by 1 and all these things are remaining same. This 0 become 1 and then these are remaining terms. Then you can see that this x become, if you take the binary decimal equivalent of this binary number, then it becomes 26, right? But it was initially 12. After mutation it become 26. Similarly, 1000, we will not apply any kind of mutations because it is a maximum value. So that we are not changing, we are not applying the mutations for this. Again, you can see that for these also 27 is again maximum. Only lower term is 12 and 16. So for the lower term only we will apply the mutations. So let us see in this particular, if I have a crossover point, I want to change. So if I will change this particular 0, I will replace this 0 with the 1. I will replace this 0 with the 1. Then new point will be 1 0 1 0 0. So if you want the decimal equivalent of the binary number, then it becomes 18. So here you can see that if you take the square root, fx is equal to x square, you will get 26 square, 26 square 5 6 76 625 729 334. If you add all these terms, you are getting 2359. Right? So here you can say that after applying the selections, before the selection it is 1170. After the crossover it will become 1756, and after the mutation it becomes 2359.